Drop the mic.
And we're back. Thank you very much. We had a little break in the Wi-Fi there for a second. The vagaries of a modern world. And I still don't have my Jetsons jetpack, but don't get me started.
I feel that.
So, you all made your way. You were making your way, unless there was anything further that you had to discuss or do at the ziggurat.
I mean, yeah, she pretty much caught the break right away. So I mean, we didn't really lose anything during the.
Yep. Do you have your pencil sharpener handy?
I have mechanical pencils if you need it.
No, I can use it. That'll be fun. Thanks, bro.
Easy.
Thanks.
Did you click the go live button at the bottom?
Just in case.
It says we're already live. It's the live button.
You see it?
Seconds are
I'm
ticking.
seeing it.
Okay.
And before we continue, I just want to, for the benefit of those who are on Twitch, how are we doing over there? Once again, I want to introduce Isabel, who's our oracle, who is your conduit for those of you that are participating live on Twitch. Say hi to her. She's kind of moving the conversation along.
Hi, Isabel.
Anybody
Hi,
anything that you
Isabel.
want to bring
Good to meet ya.
to attention to in the Twitch convo?
Yeah,
Before
we're still going.
Okay.
Looks like everything's.
Thanks very much for joining us and for sticking with us, and thank you for subscribing to us on Twitch. We invite you to invite your friends and tell us about the Twitch stream and to ask them to follow us. So we appreciate your participation. More good stuff to come in the coming year. So the group of you make your way outside the city precincts to a place in the district called the Den, just outside of it, where Bolsa and his brawlers have set up their ring of wagons and their makeshift bleachers, temporary, shacks and stalls where they, where they're conducting business, and also there's kind of a temporary wall that they have set up.
And they are still there. Definitely.
They are. And, when you get there, there's activities going on, and the fighting has already commenced. There's a lot of, we condensed last week the events just for the benefit of brevity, but you get the sense as you kind of walk towards the staging area, and each of you get everybody actually make a perception roll.
Alright. 22.
19. Natural 20,
12.
9.
Okay. I mean, you're all paying attention to various things, but for the most part, you all sort of get the gist that there's a pecking order to the fighters. There's both those who are the headliners, like Sarveg, who you're going to be fighting, and also your countryman, the very large, heavy-set simpleton. You probably get the sense that he's not necessarily, he wasn't the smartest guy in his village.
This is the king.
I'm the king!
You had to say it.
And he's actually fighting when you arrive there, and you know that by his
Right after I hear the first scream, it's the king.
followed by
It's the
horrible bone crushing.
Oh, is the king here
sound.
again?
Yeah.
Is he fighting again?
Yes. Can't you hear it?
But there's
I thought
also
that
a
was
large stable of kind of saps that seem to be
Test your luck.
of varying degrees of.
Cannon fodder?
Yeah, there's
Arrow fodder.
various types of, and some of them are better than others, and you could probably also, those of you who made a particularly good, insightful roll get the sense that those who survive attrition probably stick around and and may be able to make something of a life for themselves as part of this traveling murder circus.
Hashtag murder circus.
Hashtag murder circus.
Hashtag murder circus.
Who am I standing next to as we approach?
I'll be standing next to you.
I pulled every string and did everything in my power to get these people run out of town. I guess we see how far my influence goes.
You have time to work on that.
I'm looking for the odds maker.
I too am looking for the odds.
By the way,
I 3 am looking
I'm
for the
handing you all of the gold.
Wait till we get him into the
60 gold.
back area.
Do you want it for or against you?
Well, if I bet it against me, that means that the only way I win is if I die. So bet it on me.
No. The only way yeah, that is correct. But I win if you die too. So. I didn't know if you meant this for me or for you.
It's for me.
Okay, then I will bet it in your favor.
Thank you.
Oh, against.
No problem. If it is alright with you, I would like to stay with you up until your flight.
Sure.
Shall we go find that odds maker?
Yes.
For the DM, I intend to use Bardic Inspiration on him
Okay.
before his fight. But,
Like, it's got to be like right before that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to
And what does that do precisely?
It gives me a d6 that I can choose to roll with any d20 roll. Pretty much.
Okay, cool. Dig it.
I would like to roll my not die roll things.
So you find the odds maker, and that'll be sort of an off-panel thing. You find odds that are
Not favorable for Anapon.
well, not favorable for him, but that would certainly pay. The odds do not favor you.
Just so we're clear, it is a one-on-one battle, correct?
It is a one-on-one.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure.
What exactly are the odds against me, by the way? Like,
They won't tell you that.
It's you don't know. Oh yeah, they would never tell you.
no. This is
I get
Alex
it.
wondering.
I mean, it's
I think
staggeringly high.
Okay.
40 to 1, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
I went to high school with Jimmy the Greek's son. Remember? The odds maker. But me, not so much. So you find favorable. You know, it's
I'm going to go bet after we get him in, and he doesn't think that I'm betting on it.
right. Well, that's good. Yeah,
But I'm going to actually
you're a
bet.
good
So
friend.
What are the odds?
I thought I heard a 40 to 1, but I've heard multiple numbers batted around.
There has to be better number odds than 40 to 1.
I'm just telling you what I hear.
It's a giant.
It is a giant.
The way you said that.
Giant.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
5'3".
What else could we bet on? How bloody the ring gets?
Oh. How many seconds?
Which arm gets broken first?
Hold off.
How many
long-
bones
how
do I
long
have to
do you
break
last?
to cover the spread?
Oh, that's a good one. I hear that if you bet it
Don't forget
exactly
the oil.
on the money,
Oh yeah, that's
It's a
right.
good
the
idea.
payout's great.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think I will apply that oil, by the way.
2 minutes and 37 seconds.
Sabine will do it.
Oh, thank you.
When you
And give you
There's your
muscle
inspiration.
massage, warm up.
I hear that when they take their first hit, they pull on the totem to make sure that the gods are with them. I don't know if it works. It worked 7 out of 8 times.
All right, I'm gonna pull on it. All right, there it is.
I'm gonna bet on him.
You don't need to do
100
anything
alive.
fancy
100
for the Eye of Harket. He's either watching you
100
or he is
Derek
not.
on him?
Yeah.
You'll know if he is watching you or if he is not.
Well, at this point, it doesn't hurt to try, right?
I'm sure the odds
maker
maker
laughs
laughs at me.
Yeah, I'm betting on him too.
No. I will do my due duty and bet all the 60 on him and then bet. You know what? I believe in Brother Anupam and will bet 200 on him.
Ooh. Wow.
I bet.
Okay.
So I'm betting his 60 and my 200.
Alrighty.
I bet 50 Derek's against him.
But you don't tell him that.
I do not tell him.
No, absolutely not.
Also, I'm going to bet 100 against him.
I gotta head to the bets, man.
My friend, I see you are here.
Yes, I am here for my bout.
Come, they are ready for you.
Excellent.
I will be accompanying him wherever he goes, right up until the moment before he has to separate.
Oh no! We have a nurse that will. That if
Your
you have,
nurse
if you
will
have
not
any,
be necessary at the moment. Thank you.
I wouldn't push her. She gets a bit feisty.
We are both men. I understand.
Never mind. I'm not gonna.
And he takes you to where to the staging area to the pit. And,
Let us get a good seat.
the rest of you.
In the splatter zone?
In the splatter zone.
They have
In the
plastic
splash
sheets
zone.
to pull up like a watermelon. Like
I was about to say, yeah. Everybody got their
Plastic sheets.
Got their plastic sheets.
Hey!
In the splash zone.
We're all sitting there in front, and we're like,
Let me know when it's time to do Bardic Inspiration.
What did the Kevin ever do for us? Roads.
Pretty much, you can do it. You can pretty much do it right before I go in.
Paper?
It'll work.
Papyrus, a proper way to dispose of our dead.
And as you're there, getting your head set ready, rather. A very tall individual with dark hair and dark eyes comes up, and did you see the owner? Had you met the owner?
The only people I have met are Lona and Karpos and Bolsa.
Okay, you did meet Bolsa.
I did. Well, I mean, no, I don't think I met Bolsa, but I remember that.
You saw him.
Yeah, I saw
right.
him. Yeah.
So he comes up to you. He's tall. He's got dark hair and dark eyes, and a heavy, droopy mustache. And he says, "Are you ready for your fight?"
But I'm going to be.
If you win this, there'll be a place for you here, if you want it.
Good to know. Thank you.
If you don't win, this conversation is moot.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is your name again?
Anupam.
I will remember that for now.
For now.
Key words in this phrase.
And the other match is, you can tell by the sound the other match is over, and people are, they're cleaning up after the previous pulling off.
Oh, Jerry
whoever was
Lawler's
there.
here?
Bucket of water.
Yeah, right.
Get all the blood down to the trough. Ground it up some. So
There's
those
people
look
that
like
are hawking
red.
food, that are
Yeah.
passing out, refreshments and the like.
Take some
Cat's meat, hot wine.
Albatross.
Bolsa walks out, strides out into the center of the wagons. Good people, we have a very, very special match. A test between skill, manual manipulation, dexterity, litheness, and against brute force. I give you, from the lands of the East, Anupam. And from the hellish, icy north, the land of dragons,
You need to change the music for this.
giants, and creatures out of nightmare. I give you a creature out of nightmare himself, of the race of the giant kings that once ruled ancient Zul. The vicious, brute Sarveg! Yeah, Sarveg!
Somebody says.
And there's a lot of cheers. And he steps out, and he's clothed.
Split you like a piece
Oh,
of wet
this time he's
pine.
clothed.
He's clothed.
Okay,
as he
thank God.
steps out.
Because let me tell you, if my head makes contact with anything I don't want it to make contact with.
I wanted to die a dignified death.
Let's say that just be insult to injury right there.
And he steps out, and you see he's easily 8 feet tall, rippling with muscles.
Right.
He's bald, and he has tattoos all over from his neck down his shoulders. Runic-looking tattoos, and he steps out. Ah! And the crowd goes wild. And he looks at you. And then he opens up his belt.
elephant holding an apple?
You mean a baby's arm holding an apple?
Nope.
No, I spoke correctly.
Yes,
sir.
okay, never mind, yes.
I spoke.
That's
I
fair,
chose
that's
my
fair.
words with great care.
That's fair, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He strides up to you. His muscles are rippling. And you don't really have time to pay that much attention. He's dumb. You know,
Yeah,
it's just,
that's fair.
and but he steps about. He stops. He doesn't make his way towards you. I mean, the ring itself is about 30 feet, and he enters and stays within a few feet of the perimeter. But he walks around, and you can see he has a nervous energy to him, which is interesting to see in something this big. And have you anything to say?
Me? I look over to the guy, to the giant.
Remember, he's not used to fighting men one-on-one!
Now that was the king.
Oh!
Yeah.
I imagine both of them are
Yeah,
terrible in
that's fair.
one-on-one.
That's fair. Well, I mean,
You got it,
this
champ.
guy, yeah.
I would like to use cutting words on.
Well, you got to wait until he
An
makes a roll.
Endozy phrase,
Okay,
I
when
believe.
he.
That's because it's a
When
reaction.
he does what?
Whenever, well, here's the thing. It's basically like another use for bardic inspiration,
Oh.
except
It's
it's
like
like
the
a
inverse.
reverse bardic inspiration.
Right,
Against
yes.
him when.
And the mighty Sarvig! And people. And he looks
Who
at you,
earns?
and he smiles. This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
I want to yell at Sir.
I think if he wins, it'll take
Your
long.
gods told me they're not with you anymore. You've been too far from the north. You are nothing to them.
Oh shit.
You no longer have their favor.
Oh shit. Why you gotta bring his gods into it?
And the mechanics effect.
Oh well,
is-
no, because you have to do it as a reaction whenever he's
Right.
making a roll.
But like, trying to
Oh,
like,
oh,
do
she's
it.
She's sowing the seeds.
Yes.
She's sowing the
Yeah,
seeds.
you're putting your game face
Of
on.
discord.
So the actual mechanics.
Like whenever you make like say if you make an attack roll, she can choose to do that, and then she rolls a d6, and that subtracts whatever you roll.
Okay.
So
That's a
it,
taunt.
it goes.
Yeah.
It's I get in his head. So when he
It's
goes
more-
to make his
it's
movies,
more
like
of
the
a,
gods
like,
aren't
you
in my.
It's more of a, you know, like when you're
watching
taking
me
a free
anymore.
throw shot, and then somebody goes, and like, yeah, it's
Or
basically
you
that.
suck.
Yeah.
What's your armor class?
15.
Okay.
Next level up, it'll go up by 2, but right now it's a 15.
All right. So let's do initiative.
Alrighty, let's do initiative. Give me this. Ugh. That's a 9.
Okay. And he walks. He walks around, and you guys, the two of you circle each other, and he throws back his head and charges you. He's going to. You see, he comes at you with both of his mighty arms, and he's going to grapple you.
Remember, he's all oiled up.
I'm all oiled up. Does that add anything to it, or?
It's very possible.
Okay,
Why
so
wouldn't it?
I'm going to make an acrobatics to get out of that.
It wasn't Oliver, right? 'Cause
Oh,
make it
come
tasty
on.
video.
11.
You find that
Oh,
he
shit.
slips. You slip. You slip out of his grasp.
Well, hell. Okay.
Hold on a second. That's one attack.
That's okay. I've also got more than one attack.
Make an acrobatics roll.
Another acrobatics?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, that's better. 21.
Okay. And you avoid his attempt to grab you
With flair and finesse.
with both flair and finesse. He does hit you with the third with his third attack, and, and it's a pretty meaty swipe.
What was it? What was the thing to hit? What was it? What did you roll to hit? By the way.
What did I roll?
Yeah. Total.
He's going to subtract from it.
Oh well, I mean.
Oh right.
Just to know. Yeah.
Yeah. 25.
Oh yeah. No.
Is this one
Don't
worth
bother.
kicking?
Don't bother. It's not gonna do anything.
Is that too dangerous?
Yeah. I'll take it.
Is this one worth kicking in the groin? Or too dangerous with him? Will it anger him more or will it hurt him more?
I'd imagine there's many a man who has thought that this was the perfect tactic given the what they have to work with and found it to be their worst mistake they've ever made.
15 points.
Jesus. What the fuck?
You're fighting a giant.
Jesus.
This is what we warned you about.
How many hit points do you have?
12.
Altogether?
Yeah.
No. I mean...
27.
You have 27. Yeah, you have 12. Okay.
Yeah, now I have 12. Holy shit.
I thought you had some
This
key
fucking
thing that
guy.
you can use points to. There you go. He hit you.
Alright, well, okay.
That oil helped a little bit.
Your turn.
Well, it did.
Okay.
Take him down.
Alright, well, now it's my turn, yeah?
It all helped a little bit. It all helped a little bit.
Okay.
Because you're not taking another hit like that.
There's no more oil on him.
Yeah.
It was just all knocked out.
It stopped in midair.
I was gonna say it leaves a silhouette with
Like
him.
like in Spartacus.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, alright, so...
You can do it, brother!
that hurt.
He's weak in the groin!
I once saw a fight between a man named Mike Ty's son and an infant. This is very much like that.
admit it, little man. I scare you.
You hit hard, you don't scare me. First attack. 16 hit.
It does. Yes, it hits.
Okay, alright, okay, cool. So that hits. Alright, I'm just gonna roll damage on that real quick.
It does, actually. I apologize.
Yeah, okay. Okay, 6 points of damage on that. And fuck it, flurry of blows. Pretty much. Okay. Oh, and because this is flurry of blows, okay, that's a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
It does.
Oh, okay. So I was looking this up. Anytime I hit with a flurry of blows attack, I can choose an effect. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Nani?
Well, the DC's 12, so.
I do.
Made it? Okay.
What was the? Oh, it was to see if you swept them off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of
Get
the
him prone.
effects. Yeah. Yeah, knock him
You
prone.
sweep the leg and the leg doesn't move.
Exactly. But that's okay, because
It's a tree trunk.
I was gonna say, funny thing.
Ah! It's the worst pain
Take a
ever.
point of damage.
It's still 5 points of damage to hit.
Okay.
He's
And
making
then
all
my
the right
third attack
moves.
goes
I would do
blow.
that in that situation. Granted, I would not try and
That'll
kick his
definitely
leg
hit. That's
out.
an
I'd
18
try
to
and
hit.
hook it out.
Okay.
But
You hit.
Granted, I would not try and do it to a man of his size.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually,
fair enough.
sorry, not that 5, because I forgot unarmed strike. It does D4, not a D6. Oh, it actually does more. It's 6 points of damage. On
Nice.
So, and then the third strike did 4 points. And then I am going to clear across the other side.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody. Well, let me see. Not everybody.
Shit. This fight is going to be over quick.
You make perception checks.
21.
Ooh.
I rolled an 18.
I'm gonna use my
28.
luck of Apophis to re-roll that natural 1.
Actually, you don't make the perception check.
Okay.
You're very. You don't make the perception check.
Fair enough.
Did you make
21.
Yeah, 21, 21, 28.
Jesus.
Why'd you take my 20?
Yeah, no. There's just a. I mean, there's a lot of people that are enjoying the ongoing spectacle. There's a good crowd here for this event.
All 6 seconds of it that have taken place so far?
You've attacked already, correct?
Yes, I have. And
Now it's my attack.
Well, he moved away too.
All right.
yes.
Oh, just gotta strike and move. Strike and move. Rope-a-dope.
going somewhere?
Okay.
He comes charging at you.
Of course he does.
The amulet! Remember the amulet! You hit him, right? You're supposed to tug on it? No, not my amulet.
Oh.
Okay, he hits.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Oh wait.
when
Yeah.
can I use
What?
the
wait.
cutting words?
Oh, you do it. Yeah. So
Let's say. So what was the
As his
his
attack.
what did he roll
Yeah.
to hit?
What's your armor class?
It's 15.
24.
Oh yeah. No. It's
Yeah.
wow. Holy shit.
So what's the?
It's only a 6 die.
She can roll
Yeah,
a
it's only a
6-sided
D6,
die
yeah,
and
so-
subtract it from your
Right.
number
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
see.
saying.
to try and get you to miss.
Right.
But
I see.
Can
but
I
the
do it
number
for-
you rolled was so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if she gets a 6,
It
it's
won't
still
matter.
gonna hit it.
Yeah. It's still gonna hit.
Can I
yeah.
do it for damage too? Like,
Yes.
is it just-
You can.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah, wait,
good. Yes, please do it for the
Okay.
damage.
let me confirm.
I'm okay with that.
I'm
He said
sure
he's
Anupam
not.
is even more okay with that.
So actually,
You
so
hit like a
that's
girl.
he
my mother was twice my size.
because he's running at you. He okay. So
It's
he's
gonna be a grapple.
no he
Oh.
he smashed you with his enormous fist, and
They look like such big, strong
Aw.
hands. don't
Okay.
they?
All right. Okay, so I'm not down.
That's such a
I'm
sad
not down.
scene. Why would you reference that?
Because it's
It
funny.
is. You can use it on an attack roll,
I
an
think
ability
it's a sad
check, or
scene, too.
damage roll.
Oh, okay. So you
serves its
can use it on.
purpose
Okay, so you can use it on damage roll.
Okay, I got a 5.
You got a 5, so
Good.
okay, so I'm up 5 more. So I'm at 9.
I was hoping for
if you-
6.
and she can
Yeah.
have used it for damage on the previous round.
She only has a certain number of
I'll
Yeah,
use as
exactly.
many as I can as you let me.
Exactly.
As many as
3.5, 3.5 bard can use.
So
3.5
yeah,
level word.
it's basically 3 times you can use it.
Okay.
Right now. Because you got because it's.
But you
the
already-
number-
you gave him
it's equal to your
inspiration.
charisma
Mhm.
modifier. So
And that was
she
a
has a
cutting
plus
word.
3 to her charisma, so she can do it
She-
3 times a day.
But she also gave you inspiration.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So she did
So I
that
can do
once,
one
then she
more-
did that, so she's only got one more to
She
use.
has one more cutting words left.
One more cutting words and or inspiration.
And or
left.
inspiration.
I feel like
I mean,
there's
he's
something-
hurting, so you don't necessarily need to be.
Oh, like I heard him? Like
No, you are.
oh, I'm hurting. Okay, I was gonna say.
I was gonna-
I
there
did
may be-
something?
There may not be there may be a better time to parse them out. You know,
Yeah.
now.
Can I roll a medicine check to see how hurt Anupam was by that one hit? Wow, a 20.
Yeah, I mean he's standing pretty good. I mean this guy.
The footprint in his chest is an indication.
Yeah.
You do also get
Or
the sense that I mean he's taken some hits, but this guy is also he may have pulled the last punch. Also, that's possible too.
Oh yeah, I don't know that. That's fine.
Anupam, drink a drink.
Yeah, thanks.
Drink, you drink. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's an unfair advantage.
I'm not against giants.
He pulls out an ale.
Exactly. Alright.
He rolls a perform. Are you not amused?
Are you not entertained?
That would be copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't sue us.
Don't worry, we'll stick to fair use somewhere. We'll be fine. Fair use
You
everything.
attack, yes.
Yep. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I forgot to put the.
I mean, it's nice of you to stand there and let me
Punch
parcel out all this damage.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, is it my turn to attack now?
I haven't done this since that time I went through the monster manual and just
Yeah, right.
attack monsters randomly.
Yeah, right.
This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
You need to hit him.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
This is integral to the any good strategy.
I think he
See.
knows.
He
Bonus
does.
action to drink a potion.
Couldn't hurt to remind him.
Chug it real quick. Okay. So I'll use my bonus action to do that. Yeah. How much?
4 points.
Fuck, it's better than nothing.
You were asked to chug a mug you shall chug.
Yep, exactly. Okay. And then.
Are we going to share a loving cup?
I'm gonna toss up the bottle and. I'm kidding. But actually, no, I'm not. That's exactly what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That hits. That's a 22. 2 to hit. Yeah. That
Nice.
And that's going to be with my handy dandy D6. So I'm gonna roll that. That's a 6. So 9 points of damage on that one.
You
I'll
fling the bottle at him.
Yeah. It's like he makes that crack about the drink. And
I hope you weren't hoping for that coming back.
And
You'll have to
actually,
pick it
a
out of
shard
the
glass
giants.
hits him in the eye.
oh, sweet!
You'll have to pick it out of
Excellent.
the giant's
I will
eye.
take it.
Uh-oh, maiming the giant, that's not good.
Yep. Oh,
You
actually,
can-
Cliff, I'm looking for an exit.
You can tell that he.
I'm gonna go with you.
Are you looking for?
I'm just looking around. It's like
As you're looking, why are you looking for an exit?
because he just maimed the guy,
Yeah. So as you
and I'm
start,
associated with him.
you bump into these. There's these two guys standing right behind you. These kind of like you actually bounce back off of one of them. He's like a really big. Almost built like he's a professional athlete type, and him and his buddy are standing next to you. That you actually ran into the two of them. It was like a human wall, and they're wearing blue tunics, and they're both reeking heavily of alcohol.
oh shit.
Oh no.
Well,
There's a few.
Don't worry
of them
about
too.
us.
There's a few of them also.
Where
yeah,
is
that's fair. I feel like
him as
Don't
opposed
worry
to
about
where
you.
we
I
are?
was about to say in comparison to
You're
who's in a
right.
worse situation right now.
We're
But he's in the.
Well, because bonus action.
It's
I get one for an
it's
action.
a,
I could spend a key.
Right.
It's a ring, and you guys are in
In like bleachers.
bleachers. Yeah,
But like,
I mean,
is
but
he over on this side
I
or us?
assume
Is
that
he
you
over
were.
there?
I assume that you were not in the bleachers. I assume. That
Well, I
you
mean,
were,
I would have gone into the bleachers or near. I mean,
I figured you were
wherever.
at the
Yeah,
edge of
I'll
where
take
he
the edge,
was.
that's
of
fine,
the
yeah.
ring, you know,
Yeah,
since
that's
it
fine.
was already-
Like
I want to be able to yell
banging
something.
bardic,
I want to be able to say
abilities.
something at him without the guy hearing me. Like,
Sure.
is he near me?
There are plenty of there's plenty of opportunity for that. I mean, it's loud, and the guy isn't. You know.
What? I'm yelling out of him. Get the other eye.
Okay, soccer mom.
Let me fight him on the arena on my
I
own.
legitimately have flashbacks of my mom yelling at me at basketball games. Okay, I'm just-
Did you attack?
Get the
Yes, I
other
did.
eye.
Okay.
Get the other eye or don't come home. I don't take
What did we say your armor class was?
15.
Okay. So make a
Avoid his fists.
make an acrobatics.
You got it, dude. 12.
Okay, and it's a contested roll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
I believe if you're trying to grapple, it's a strength.
Oh, actually, you know what? No, it's not a 12. It's a 13.
okay, and I rolled a 23.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's got me.
So he grabs you,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, this ain't good.
this ain't good.
how many hit points do you have? You have 8.
I have 13.
You have 13. That's right. You took a little drinky poo.
Yes, I did.
And he's all oily.
Yeah, that's right. He's oily. That's gotta make it hard.
Perhaps we can get him a torch. He
Wait,
can
wait.
self-promote.
He can burn the giant king with himself.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. He didn't say. He said he wanted.
Give me a hug.
I'm not a hugger.
He said he wanted to win. He didn't say he wanted to survive.
Okay. Okay. So, did he release me or has he just got me?
He's just got.
He's just got me.
Maintain the grapple.
He has maintained the grapple.
Yes, maintain the grapple. Okay.
Good news. You are no longer being punched.
The other good news is you're a professional grappler,
Am I?
aren't you?
No.
He's a striker.
Can I change my bet?
I do not think that means what you think it means.
Okay.
It's a guy who gets
Oh,
crushed, right?
just a pugilist.
He's being grappled right now.
I was about to say, could I possibly finagle a health potion out and just chuck it a while?
If you can roll a natural 20, I'll let you.
Oh,
do it.
fuck.
I
Alright.
want to throw a
Let's
poison
see.
thing at the guy.
Not even close.
You want to do a what?
throw poison pin, lethal poison pin.
Oh.
Okay.
I know it's cheating.
It's not,
What do I need to roll?
it's not the cheating
Wait,
part.
I'm
It's,
going to look at you. You've disappointed.
I know, I'm very bad, very bad.
Okay, so
I
you
bet
were
he's
going to try to
stacking
throw a poison. Roll a d20.
Oh shit! I hit out a bomb.
15 plus what would the modifier be? Dexterity?
Dex.
Yeah.
It's a dexterity attack.
18.
Okay.
Lethal poison.
Oh shit.
Did I mention he's 8 feet tall?
Yes, that's why I'm choosing lethal.
I got you.
that's it all in con.
And make a.
Do any of us see that happen?
See what?
Her
Like
throw a
hitting
dart.
the ground?
Since you mention it, roll a natural 20 and you see it. Only because you weren't really paying attention to her necessarily.
Right.
Oh,
Okay. What did you roll?
a 4.
Okay, so not that.
Well,
He's looking for the
a
guy
9.
selling albatross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so my only
My
thing is I
we
gotta
see that
escape
as
this grapple
support
now.
by
So what
throwing
did you-
other crap
what
in the
did you
ring,
roll?
so it's like
Make
just
a-
people
make
throwing
a-
stuff.
Make a perception roll for me, Atlas.
17.
Okay.
Okay.
One of the guys in blue, in the blue tunic, and you notice that there's like almost as many people in blue tunics here as there. I mean, this is not the arena. This is there's a lot of people here, but let me say, there's probably maybe about almost a quarter of the people here are dressed in like these blue tunics.
Is that in the city? Is it one of the?
Yes,
I'm trying to think of what they call them.
the blues.
Because they have different blues, blacks.
Right, they're one of the. You recognize these as members of one of the teams. There's there's several different levels to it. At the heart of them, they're a team of they're athletes from the arena, and they're part of one of 4 teams that go back to ancient times. And the blues happen to be the team that is sponsored by the merchants and the wealthy business interests of the city. And there's also the whites are supported by the cult of Baal. There's a bunch of them, and they also involve themselves in politics also. And you would know that also, but you're kind of occupied with other things. And you see one of the men in blue puts takes a slug of this of what's in his drink, and they're all having a good time.
Okay.
And he throws the cup down and he looks at a guy, and who's just kind of sitting there watching the fight. And he says, "Hey, what did you say about my sister?" And he smashes him in the head, and just as the guy looks at him, and he just gives him a wallop. And all these guys in blue start trashing the crowd.
Oh shit.
So they start in on the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Seems we've become part of the show.
Yes.
Oh no. I feel bad for them. I mean them.
So, meanwhile, back at the grass.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so I guess I know it's like I gotta spend one of my
Your attack.
attack actions to get out of it.
Get out of it.
Get out of it, alright, come
I've got him on the ropes, Chief.
Give me something, come on.
Get his
Give me
eyes!
something.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Is it unnatural or a
natural 2.
Okay.
Well, it's not a 1.
It's like a 7.
Could have been worse.
It's like a 7 total.
16.
So as you're in the grip of this thing,
Uh-huh.
you kind of feel him twist over this way. He's like, "What?" And you take.
Is
Oh,
Mayhem
wait, I
starting
still got another attempt to.
Oh yeah, do it. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, I didn't know what was going on, man. I was about to say, whoa, whoa,
planning
whoa,
on
wait,
puncturing
wait,
already.
wait.
Here I am measuring him for the box.
quick.
Black.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 24.
Is the arena, I mean, with these guys starting to attack people, I mean, is basically the arena descending into mayhem?
Well, as as the people in the audience realize that the fight has suddenly broken out on their side of the barrier, there's panic at the distance.
So there's a lot of distraction going on.
Oh, yeah.
So this would be a good time that I could. What's the distance between me and Anupam and the guy? Because I can.
Well, you have to run. I mean, there is.
Let's run into the ring
No, I can throw a dagger.
Well, you can do that.
and pull people in with us. Create chaos everywhere. Maybe the fight can end.
Well, I was
You can throw a dagger. I don't have
Okay.
a problem with you doing that. I mean, you're doing.
right. I mean, all this. I was just thinking
I
from a
Sorry.
distraction standpoint. Just
It would be difficult. I mean, it's not a clear shot. There's people all around,
Right.
and you're being jostled. I mean,
Right.
There's people that are running willy nilly, etc. So I mean, there may be but you can do it. You can attempt. You can make the attempt. What were you trying to say?
Oh no, sorry. It's just that after breaking out of the grapple, shit, because I can't do that because that would be a fucking stupid idea. Would you allow me to drink a potion after breaking that grapple?
Are you asking the giant?
I'm asking DM.
Is it a bonus action?
It is a bonus action, but technically I used one of my attack actions, aka my bonus action attack, to get out of the grapple. So I don't
So
know.
you don't have a bonus action.
So I don't have a bonus action.
So
But next round you could do it.
Do you have a move action?
I'm gonna.
So he's gonna be
I'm
dead
gonna-
next
you
round.
can't
I'm gonna
use a move
head
action to
into
do
the
a
ring
bonus
and
action.
drag.
No, I mean,
No, but he
do
can
it with me.
Oh, yeah.
Try and
Oh
pull
yeah, you know what? That's
the
actually
craziness up here into the ring itself.
So
try
it's
and
gonna
make
take,
it start
it'll take you a
stumbling
little
in.
time to do
Right.
that.
I'll start
but you're
pulling people and trying to get
Okay,
people to
so-
stumble in
And you all,
create-
and P.S. You do see those of you who are now.
If you move away,
Not
you're
in the
going to
ring.
incur an attack of opportunity.
You were all,
no.
you were all
Shit,
aware
that's
of
right.
what's going on.
I didn't
hit
actually,
you.
because I didn't actually attack him. That's why.
So mobile doesn't
Fuck.
work.
So yeah, mobile won't work. God damn.
the eye.
And you're all aware of what's going on around you, that there is mayhem in the bleachers and around, and it seems to have been precipitated by these local lads.
Okay. You know what? Then fuck it. I'm going to.
Manchester United!
That's right, hooligans.
Yeah, no.
By the hooligans,
Yeah,
the
right.
sports hooligans
Pretty
at
much.
the game.
All right. So fuck it. I'm gonna do a spend a key point, and I'm just gonna take one attack at him because if I run, well, yeah. So yeah, that way I can actually run. But it spends my other key point. But fuck it. Here we go. Okay, 21 to hit. And, oh yeah, dexterity saving throw. 6 points of damage, by the way.
So I take it we actually do
I don't make my deck sick.
Oh, he's knocked prone.
Okay.
And I fucking haul ass. Oh god. It had to work one time. I'm glad it was now.
And he falls down straight down on his ass.
Yep.
Okay, I think he's got it.
Yeah,
I think he's
basically
got
I
it.
just crack him across the temple with my thing and like with my elbow and just, keep,
And run.
yeah, and run.
Okay.
Yeah.
While he's knocked prone, I want to try to throw another pin. You're evil. Not evil.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Ranged attacks
17.
Ranged attacks have
Disadvantage 'cause
on
he's prone.
targets.
Oh.
Melee attacks have advantage, but ranged attacks have disadvantage.
How much chaos is there?
Well, I mean, it's.
I'm more going to make sure the chaos really
I think it's just
goes
starting.
down to the ring.
I think it's just starting. So
Right.
yeah, like it's literally
you could roll even better or the same thing again.
I was going to say
Hey, you
I
still.
went into the ring and used one of my fans to rip through his Achilles.
Well, he's.
If
It's-
nobody's watching.
Well, I mean.
I'm watching.
Too busy. Oh.
I don't think the chaos has progressed that far. We are not.
No,
think we are-
Alright, so roll with
there's
disadvantage.
only 6 seconds worth of chaos.
No, then.
It is literally. Oi, what'd you say? Pow. Let's start.
And then some guy on the other side was like, "Hey, look at that
I
guy
think it was
going!"
25%
If
of
the
them
dice
all
got if the die got caught on my
simultaneously
wrist,
said-
should I roll again?
Okay, fair enough.
If it
But
was
it's still,
cocked up.
oi, what'd you say?
Yeah, it
Right.
got-
Well, it's gonna take
Got
more
messed
than
up.
like
Is
6
that-
seconds.
That is where we are on the
Yeah.
soccer riot progression
Yeah,
scale.
much better. So 11.
Anupam, where
On
were you
disadvantage.
going to run to?
The other side of the fuck, because evidently every single time I've been running to one end of the ring to the other,
Yeah.
so I'll run to the other end of the ring now, because now when he gets him from prone, he has to use half his movement to get up.
Okay.
So then, on disadvantage, I got an 11 to throw another poison pen.
Okay.
But it would also be for lethal poison pen.
Are the hooligans using weapons or just brawling?
No, they're brawling.
I take my scimitar out, I put it on my lap, and I sit there and I keep watching the fight.
Okay. The fight has stopped for all intents and purposes. Anupam ran. The guy, Sarvik stands up, but he's obviously, or maybe he wasn't obvious, but he became aware while he was grappling you of what was going on in the stands, and he makes his way. He jumps over, I should say, he goes to leap over the
wall.
It's
the barrier.
The barrier.
Yeah,
right,
it's
constructed
not insurmountable.
to get away.
Well, shit. Does that mean I technically win?
Now, Sabine. So
he left the ring.
I mean, yeah.
what had you rolled?
I rolled. I rolled. Barry had the last one, but for this one, at disadvantage, I rolled an 11. I got a 17.
So it's an 11 to hit.
Or a
Yeah,
20,
11 to hit,
and then an 11.
Which
So to hit.
Okay. You're not sure if you hit him, and then when he righted himself, he fled.
okay.
Or jumps over and
Right.
loses himself, in the.
Ensuing chaos.
Well, yeah, I mean, behind there's, in the.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that a large
Yeah.
naked man would be.
Let me say it
Be able to
there are wagons. He goes over back towards where the
I get
wagons
you.
are, where they
I
keep
get
their
you.
horses, etc., etc. So.
So technically, I won.
Yes.
Okay. Technically. Fuck.
Darn, I lost my money.
I
However,
gained my.
Not me.
Hey.
You get the
Shit, I just won a
at this
lot of
moment-
money. Holy crap.
So, what are the rest of you doing? You're gonna sit? You see the fight has basically ended.
Oh, I'm chugging the fuck out of that health potion now.
I'm also gonna go.
Should we
run over
administer
to
I
to
help
have
him?
2 hit
out.
Or go
points.
collect our-
And there is a fight happening everywhere.
You get some-
I need the
You won't get to
potion.
the book
Okay.
until this is over.
I'm sure, but I would like to make sure the
I'm
bookie remains alive.
Trying to help him get, back away from all this stuff. I can, I have medicine. I can actually treat him. So.
Yeah, I look like hammered shit.
Shall we go?
I help drag
Should we-
himself
They
away.
bring the chaos into
As
the
he limps
into the
away, I
arena.
drag
Really
him.
make their
Fighting behind us.
Exert
Well, it
some
seems kind of
situation.
moot now, doesn't it?
I think we have to.
I mean, we can.
We try to leave.
Yeah,
We're-
just for fun.
we either go into the ring or we're gonna fight our way out
create enough distraction.
behind
that
us
They don't look around.
because they're
And there's something in the ring. that
fighting
they
behind us?
Pick up.
Really? I didn't see.
They
it.
are, although
What was it-
you
what's in the
see
ring?
that they don't seem to be. Most of the people that are getting caught up in this brawl are unarmed, and
Oh, actually, it didn't.
the few or the people that are
Yeah, right. Need to roll.
showing any evidence of weapons
Are being left out of it.
left out of it.
Because it's like they don't want it to turn into something more than it needs to be. So like I flashed my sword and was like,
Flash your piece.
don't
mess with me.
don't mess with me. And we have no problem. So then I will sheath my sword, get up, and leave. But I'll still show the hilt so people know that
Sure.
I'm armed. But I will walk out.
You get the sense that if you leave in force, you're not going to be molested. That this is what it seems to be. Well,
It's a drunken brawl. It's a bar fight.
Let's
We'll grab Arslan.
get our son.
it's a drunken fight precipitated by a particular group.
Right. Can I a question?
Let's get to the rest of them.
Does there appear to be something in common between all of the individuals that the Blues are accosting? Or is it just random people?
They're accosting people that appeared to have been there. I mean, that's the one thing they all have in common. It's people that,
Just there.
right.
Just commoners that aren't going to fight back.
I don't care.
Right. Let us go collect what's left of Venom.
I mean, I do,
We'll
but I
get
don't
Arslan.
carry
No,
enough.
I understand. No, I'm just saying they're.
We'll get Arslan and make our way towards.
It doesn't. I mean, it feels organized.
Of course, yeah. But you know what? I, as an individual, am not about to go up against an organized.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is that it seemed a little more organized than
Your usual soccer run.
Yeah,
than
but
a bar fight or a soccer fight.
This was done on purpose.
I mean, that warrants me trying. That warrants us potentially trying to find out why it happened, but doesn't warrant us trying to stop it right now.
That's an interesting idea. I just got it. What if?
Holy shit! I just realized something.
Did you just realize what you think I realized?
Well, like how much I bet on myself, and
Uh,
how much I just won because I was like 40 to 1.
no, I was going to say that the Blues were paid off to help throw the fight.
Oh yeah, that I realized like a while ago. Yeah. I mean, you know, as soon
Dirty
as I saw it
20
roll.
medicine check to start catching him up.
Okay.
All right, let's make our way, shall we? Unless you wish to get punched.
Because I just realized I bet 60 gold at 40 to 1 odds. So technically, doesn't that mean that I now have 60?
To be fair, we
Rich.
40 to 1 was what we heard. We don't know what.
That's what you're
okay.
thinking is you're on the verge of collapse.
If they
You are.
honor.
No. This is what Alex
You
is
don't even
thinking.
care about
No,
that.
this is what Alex is thinking. Autopom is going through something else completely different.
Let
It's
Jeffrey
just
worry about your
like,
money.
They may just
My-
call
my
the whole
D&D
fight a
mechanical
draw for all you
thinking
know.
is
Right.
going
Everyone
Right.
has that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, right.
All bets are off. House claims its take.
So it's. I don't want to bore our viewers with all the details of this because who cares? But just suffice to say that life is messy.
Yep.
You know, life is messy. Things happen. There's a lot of moving parts. But on the plus side, you all made it out with your skin whole. And
Well,
in
more
the-
or less.
some of you did. Well, no, yeah. And you make your. Where do you gather yourselves up?
We're gathered together. We work our way to Sabine and
We went behind the wagon.
I guess what I'm asking is, were you to leave? Where would you?
I would head straight across the arena.
No, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? We'll go back to my flat.
In the aftermath of the of the chaos that took place,
Right. Excuse
of
us.
the
Pardon us.
intervention of the Blues,
We head into the old
the
town.
Varsity Blues.
Head into Old Town.
Okay.
Right.
So did I lose all my money now because of that?
I wouldn't focus on it right now.
No, like I said, Alex is worried. Anupam has other shit on his mind.
Yeah, money is dirty.
Yeah.
Cares about
We'll
filthy
fix it.
lucre.
We'll fix it.
It's really hard for me to separate my
Don't
love
worry.
of gold
I mean,
to his
understood.
complete
I just-
We can come back tomorrow and and retrieve our gold.
And I'm
we
sure
need to get
we'll
out
be
of there
there.
before we
Yes, I'm
lose
sure
something more
Murder
valuable.
Circus will totally be there tomorrow with your money.
No, that's what I'm saying. Anupam has a
And,
very big disinterest.
seeing if there's anybody
for
following
my
us.
edification.
We're heading.
I would like to
We're
know.
heading back to my flat.
Don't worry. We'll fix it in post. In the odd event you lose it,
Yeah, right.
your good friend Kepri will spot you.
Well, appreciate that.
I know Kepri lost an awful lot too if Murder Circus runs away in the night.
You win some, you lose.
Yep, that's fair.
And make an insight check. Wisdom.
Yes. 17.
You wonder if your efforts didn't bear fruit after all.
Interesting.
So having
Here, put this raw meat
regrouped,
on your face.
Oh, what?
Head into Old
Put
Town
this raw
to
meat on your face.
Why would I put the raw meat on my
lay
face?
low.
I'll have you know that the chemists are noted healers. Put the raw meat on your face.
Raw meat on your face.
put some meat on that eye.
Put the raw meat
I
on your
can't keep a
face.
straight face with that.
Anupam, put some meat on that eye. He wants to murder you. He wants to humiliate you.
Kepri, I need you to cut me. Sabine, I need you to cut me. I can't see.
Sorry. I guess I'm having a good time. So, you guys and lady regroup. That's no lady, that's Sabine. What? How did all these people get in my yurt? Well, we almost had a spit take there. I'll have to try harder next time. So, I know that it was part of your plan to make the trek to Land's End.
Yes. To try to find Bartisinosaur, based on where they told us he is.
So I, having regrouped, I just wanted to offer that as a possibility to determine who was going to go with you if you had not already given consideration to that.
So where are we right now exactly?
You're at
We're in Old Town.
You returned to
where our new headquarters is.
to Old Town.
You mean the?
It's an old.
I live in Old Town.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we're at.
So
I believe we're at
your flat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've never been there. I've never been there.
Now you have.
Now I have.
It's all right. We'll see if you remember it.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say you might be a little out of it.
Do you need?
this lovely place you have?
Do you need?
I'm just gonna lay down for a
Stop
minute.
moving so much.
Oh,
Drink this.
what is that?
Just drink it.
Okay.
And put this on your face.
I suspect that the two of them are taking
Put
care
the
of
meat on his
him.
face.
He needs the meat on his face. It will reduce swelling.
At least wrap
Sabine and
first.
Capri.
I think he was crushed in the chest, not the face.
Yes, but he did take a hit to the face. You saw.
Are the two of you taking care of Anupam?
Yes, I'm trying.
So I
I'm
will.
trying.
They're countering each other's abilities.
Excuse me.
I will
this
go
is
up.
where were you from again? Where did you?
You don't know where
No.
she's
I wanted. Where does Kyle the player know?
Oh, I don't think you know where Sabine is from
No.
either. I don't think
What
anyone
were
in
you? What
around
was?
here.
I'm sorry. I
What was the
I
question?
didn't hear the question. What was the
No question.
No.
I was asking them a question. I will go up. Alexides will go up to Sabine and whisper in her ear, "Consider your debt to me paid. I have found what I seek."
Very well.
And then you and Kepri may stay here and take care of our friend Anupam.
I'm certainly trying.
As am I.
Atlas, Arslan, I require your assistance. with
Please
something.
take Kepri with you.
Please take Sabine with you.
Please.
She is getting in the way of traditional chemish healing.
I will leave the two of you.
We'll let them stay.
Yeah, I let
Don't
them
chemish
stay.
have a tendency to die and need to be mummified?
Yes, at old age. Thank you
And
very
remember,
much.
we walk outside and close the door behind us, and we hear them
Old
bickering
age,
behind us.
17.
Don't the chemish think that the brain
By
is
the
a
way.
useless organ
It is.
and pull it out through the nose?
Yes, you're dead. It is quite useless. It's not as if the soul resides in the brain; it resides in the heart. Every upstanding chemist knows this.
Okay. Oh yeah, I meant to ask this. How much
Right,
did it
huh?
look like I actually hurt him in the fight? I was meaning to ask while, but 2 hit points. And, I was like,
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I got it.
you did 15 points of damage to him.
And
no,
he stubbed
I
his
didn't
toe.
want that.
Right?
Oh.
It's stuff is
I
so-
don't like.
Wait a minute. Let me say it a different way. You got some glass in his eye.
Okay.
What he's saying is, you got some good hits in, kid.
All right.
You got some glass in
But
his eye.
how much did he look like he was hurt?
I think
Not
that
so much.
you have to look at it as you survived a fight with
A giant.
Giant.
a guy who
Yeah.
had a lot more hit points than you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There
you
was
were
no way you were
really
going to kill
close to
him if
death.
that was your actual question.
Well, I mean, not like,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
I was
Not
wondering
fairly.
how like, I had a feeling that he was gonna, be like a barrel of hit points.
no,
I just
you had
want to
very-
know. I just want to know how big that barrel was.
I got no.
It
Probably
was
the
a barrel
most.
that does 15 points a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got.
Here's the barrel.
Well, there's a difference between strength and constitution.
Here's your
I'm
thimble.
saying.
Scoop down a thimble.
He both
No, let's give him credit.
he doled out
Thimbles.
punishment. He was able to get punishment. I would say that probably the most effective move in the fight was when the guys in blue attacked.
Seconded only by the glass. I
So
believe.
I will.
No, but you were. I'm
Yeah,
okay. No, you
yeah.
were great. No, you did.
You held your own.
Well, actually, the truth of the matter is, and I didn't mean to interrupt.
You lasted about 18 seconds,
which is pretty good.
which is better for better than most young freshmen.
And he ran.
Yeah, it's like running a bowl. I mean, 18 seconds is
You
amazing.
did. It was actually the best off. Just as a sidebar, I figured you would go unconscious.
Yeah.
And that's where I would do my bad boy move but instead you swept him and you did the right thing. You went across rather than try to jump on him.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well, because I had nothing else left. From there, it was literally just okay. He gets up, and now I'm in his face.
and these
again.
guys are more of they're less of the model of their business model. Bolsa's Brawlers I'm referring to. Their business model is less Walmart or McDonald's and more like. Let's close up shop and get the hell out of town before somebody finds out what we're doing. It's more of that business model, if you will. So they weren't, once the shit hits the fan, they were less. Yeah.
So like the producer.
TCBY.
So like the producers, they're backstage and they're like, let's get out of here before they kill us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I mean, in other words, this was not part of their anticipated thing. I mean, this. It's one thing for.
Went off script.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's put it this way: you're a prospective talent. They may not necessarily want to demerge you in the firm completely. You may have job opportunities.
So I'm sorry, we interrupted.
Depending on if the giant is blinded or not.
Then they might
that might be a tense coworker relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe it may or may not be
Hey
the golden
man, no hard feelings.
Boom.
They've got good healers.
Yeah.
So good.
Just another scar.
So what is it that you wanted to do?
So I'm going to ask Atlas and Arslan to accompany me.
Going in over your head.
Where was it?
And you
Land's End.
To Land's End, outside of
I know
the
where-
city's precincts,
I know where it's at.
to
Oh.
go
Stop it.
meet with
Don't do that
Bartis
way.
Meet with who?
Bartis and
You would be considerably better for your people if you stop making ill-advised decisions. How about that?
Do me a favor.
We'll
Please
head out with them.
breathe deeply.
I told you the totem would work, and I closed the door on the way out.
Don't have him breathe
Wait,
deeply.
I
He
told
has at
him,
least one broken rib.
Yes, but the rib. I was checking to see if the rib is punctured. It is not.
We would have noticed this by then.
Exactly.
Before now.
I'll find the god of the lungs
Please
has
take
blessed you.
Capri with you.
We're
already gone.
So the three of you leave,
Yes.
and it's
I have these letters with me.
okay.
At least make yourself useful and get some hot water.
I've gotten the hot water.
Had you shown anybody those letters yet?
I have.
Have you? Oh, actually, you read the letters.
I read the letters.
Careful, do not burn
Did
yourself.
they?
It is hot.
The only I don't believe so, but the only connection that I could think of to the Firebird is the Firebird of old that sort of foretold of the four prophets in the religion of Baal. But like other than that, I don't know how that connects to this.
Right. Well, I mean, that's a fairly. I mean, it's and Alexides or Jake is referring to these letters that he had, which he had referred to last week, that he had gotten. Actually, that the Archpriest of Baal had received from somebody, presumably back home in Quran.
Yeah.
And they refer to a firebird. And in Quranian mythology, or religion really, the firebird was a divine messenger,
Yep.
if you will.
That
Thank you for the
foretold.
follow. Kokaroo.
Kookaroo!
What now?
You know,
Follow.
It's fine.
Kookaroo.
It is fine.
So that is that's the only association that I can think of, given that it's Quran and the time of the Firebird is near. But other than that, the only person I've really tried to.
I don't know if you wanted to share that information with
Oh,
your
I'm
fellows.
happy to share it with Arslan and Atlas on our way there, and show them the letters and explain to them that I got these letters via searching through missives and or communications that were sent to the Archpriest, and he seems to brush them off as nonsense whenever I ask. So I figured
Not so much, not nonsense. It's not. He
Not
doesn't.
important enough.
It's not that it's
It
nonsense.
didn't rise
He-
to importance to him.
in a hierarchical structure of things he has time for, there's
That's what it was,
lower
right? Which is
down.
not the same thing, right?
Well, I'm
I understand what you're
using
saying.
the word nonsense,
Right.
but it's not actual nonsense.
I understand. But I didn't want you to think that he thought it was that. It was more, as you said, it was more of a. I don't have enough RAM to deal with
He only has
everything that's
a
important.
certain
to me,
amount of
much less-
bandwidth,
Yes, exactly.
and the amount of bandwidth that he has is already taken up by things that he deems more important than this.
And I will post the letters on the Facebook page for ZealZaddy this week for those who want to refer to them to see what they are, the actual content, so that you can read them.
And so I figured if I can't take up his time in order to get some answers about these, the next best thing is to find someone from Quran, and I discerned that this individual, Bartisan Asor, is a exiled Quranian ambassador living here in Badashar, so I figured he might be able to help us glean some insights from these letters.
So you do, in fact, leave the city and
Did you find out what the gift was?
No.
you arrive. It takes you a couple of hours to get there. It's in a very pretty and I would say it's a very how do I say this? It's a gardenous area.
An oasis, basically,
Yeah, it's
outside the city.
Not so much. Yeah, I mean it's there's
Because it's lush.
right. It's lush. Right. There's
So
an
it would
area
be,
that's
it'd be
lush, right.
in a desert situation. That
Although
would be
it's
in
not right. Well, and outside, I mean, Vanishar isn't a desert where you're at. There's a desert
Okay.
away, but yeah. So it's
It's
but
arid.
It's the climate is
Greece,
arid. Yeah,
like
correct.
arid, but you're still growing
Right.
olives and grapes and
Correct.
you know.
Correct. And in fact,
So like Napa.
meh.
yeah, that's a very good way of looking at it. Right. Exactly. That's a pretty good analogy. It's a lot like Napa. And it is very hilly, and that terrain is like that. And particularly the farther away you get from the city as you go north, where there are much more expansive hills, and that is where the wine country is, farther to the north, and where arguably the best wine in the world of Zul comes from because of the combination of climate and also the geography. The wine area is actually in clefts that are somewhat hidden and by geography and the like. So,
Easy soil makes a weak grape.
right, and also it has the added benefit of there's something in the soil which turns out to be it's like like an algae growth that makes the soil fertile and also adds to the potency of and the rarity of the grapes also. So, which is why part of the wealth and power of the region comes from its wine, right? Exactly. So when you get to this villa, it comes down a very narrow, small road that is lined with trees on both sides, and it looks, in some ways, very much like home. Like somebody has taken a lot of time to plant trees that have a similar. Although Quranian territory is not very far. It's probably about a couple of 100 miles to the west is where the farthest eastern Quranian province called Dipatana is located. That's where
It's like right past. There's a mountain range.
yeah, there's a small mountain range that separates it. And so this place is beautiful. It's very lush, and you also see that there are small, maybe less than a dozen, what look like farmers out, tilling. It's a working villa, and the house itself is small but spacious. It looks like it's very well constructed, and it's all blanched perfectly white. And as the three of you, I'm assuming that you took horses. And,
Yeah.
As you ride up the small dirt track that leads up to the house, you see a small man steps out. He's bald, very well dressed, but unprepossessing. He looks like he's wearing the clothes of a gentleman farmer, and he appears to be in his late 50s or early 60s. And he has a warm smile on his face, and as he steps down off of the portico to greet you. Welcome, my friends. I was not expecting company, but you are certainly well met and welcome here in my humble abode.
Are you Bartisan Asor?
I am. And might I ask who you are?
My name is Alexides, son of Tigranes II, and I believe that we have much to speak about.
That's a good place to stop. Thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving from all of our zealots to all of yours. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Throw some dice with your family, people.